Okay, this video is about some of the things I did to finally, after 3 hours this evening, get my damn Waves plugins to work in Reaper. I'm a Waves version 15, Reaper version 7.34, and it's March 2025. So what I did is I went from my Mac to my PC. It's my PC right here. It's a perfectly capable, very fast laptop. It might not look like much, but it's perfectly capable of running all this stuff. So I got rid of my Mac and I started loading all my stuff, Reaper, and all my plugins onto this PC. ToneX, Amplitude 5. I've got my Universal Audio stuff here. You can see my Apollo right here. My Tascam driver. A lot of my virtual instruments, my Minimoog stuff. No problem. Nothing was an issue. Everything was fine. Easy Drummer 3, Tune Track. Everything went on this PC. No problem, no problem. Softtube. I got some Softtube stuff on here. No worries, no issues. And then along comes Wave Central. The dumbest, most overbloated, idiotic, unnecessary, worthless plugin program there is. Look, I just asked it to load. Oh, here it comes. Now I'm worried that having just opened this just now, it's going to undo my 3 hours worth of work. But this bloated piece of crap, here it comes. I'm going to show you some areas that might help because I threw a bunch of, I shotgunned the solution in that I just tried stuff and tried stuff and tried stuff. Reboot after everything you do. This Wave Central software is so crap that you need to reboot and reboot and reboot and reboot. If you scratch your nose, reboot. If you sneeze, reboot. If you have a cup of tea, reboot. That is one of the big keys. At one point, this stupid thing didn't even think I had products. I was logged in with my Waves account and my products. You can see I have lots of Waves plugins. They weren't loading. Well, I rebooted and now they load. That's how terrible, that's how poorly this thing is designed. Let me go down to settings at the bottom left. Okay. A lot of these, let me tell you, I pressed them all. I don't even know which one fixed me up because I was 3 hours doing this and I just pushed them all. So you've got repair. So just to have a repair button like that is an admission of how crap this program is. If your software needs a repair button inside of it, again, we've gone from settings. If your software program is so crap that it needs a repair inside of it, you know it's crappy software. I did a repair, and then not to be confused with Complete Waves Cleanup. Doesn't that sound like a repair too? Well, that's just another repair called cleanup. Fix permission and ownership. Well, isn't that a repair? It's another repair you can run. Clear the central cache. Isn't that another repair? So there's lots of repair options you may not be aware of in here if you're having trouble getting your Waves Central, the crappiest, most bloated piece of plugin software that ever conceived of. Go into settings and try all of those. Now, if you're using Reaper, you can come up to Reaper. And again, after you do each one of them things, reboot, 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 reboot. Reboot even if you don't think you need to because the Waves Central software is such crap that it needs all those reboots. Even if it doesn't make any sense, it needs reboots. Now, in Reaper, you can go to Options and Preferences. Suppose I could have just Control-P'd. And under VST, the VST over here, under Plugins VST, you can ask for a rescan. Now, if you ask for a rescan, you can do a clear cache and rescan VST paths for the plugins. Now, this took a while, maybe 10 minutes, because I have a lot of plugins from a lot of different companies. So it did take a long time. And of course, after I did it, it didn't fix anything until I rebooted. But now, at long last, my Wave plugins are not working. Or are working. Sorry, they are working. After all this, I wish I could just get my money back. I wish I could just go to Waves and say, you know what? No, thank you. No, thank you. It's too stupid to have to do all that. I'll just load a few more plugins to show you that they're working. What's a classic? Maybe one of the Abbey Roads. I'll load a big one here, an Abbey Road Red Desk. That's a Waves plugin. Oh, shoot, sorry. So they are working now, but that's the best advice I can give you. If you are, if you're having trouble like I was, it took me 3 hours tonight, 3 hours of my life wasted because some idiot decided to program a thing called Waves Central. Now, what is Waves Central? Well, it's just how you install your Waves plugins. Installing Waves plugins is easy. All it is a DLL file that is the plugin. So say you got a nice reverb called Alpha Reverb. Alpha Reverb, you buy it for $59 from some company. You download the .dll file, which is a dynamic link library, which is just library code. Like, it's basically a program, but it's not a program you can just double click on and run. It's a module. It's module code. And that's your plugin. That is your plugin. And that's all Waves plugins are. VST3 files, audio units, VSTs. I can't remember the other formats. Steinberg. And you just need to get them DLL files into a folder that Reaper or Fruity Loops or Ableton Live or Logic or GarageBand or Pro Tools or whatever you're using, Cubase, whatever you're using, can see. It's that simple. So the absolute moronic idiots at Waves have turned it into Waves Central, which is a bloated piece of crap that sometimes just hangs up while it's synchronizing. Well, what is synchronizing? What is synchronizing? It's just a fancy way of saying copying files that are supposed to be there and getting rid of files that are not supposed to be there. Like, we're going back to the 1980s. Waves Central is a child's project. A child in high school could do this software in a week. All we're looking for is to download plugins, quite simply put them into a folder. They overcomplicate it with this Waves Central nonsense, and then it bundles it all up into a shell file, which is stupid, and then hopefully gets sucked up properly. It's so stupid. It's almost as stupid as iLok. Not quite, but almost as stupid as iLok. All right? And I wish I could get my money back at this point. I wish I could get my 3 hours of my life back. And by making this video, I've wasted another 7.5 minutes. But hopefully this will help you to know that if you come into this idiotic program called Waves Central, and you come down to settings, which is over here on the left-hand side of the screen down near the bottom, there are lots of repair options on this screen. Repair, complete Waves cleanup, Central will restart, it says. I don't know what version organizer is. Fix permissions and ownership, clear central cache, generate a stability report. Like, this is how crap they know this program is. Keep in mind, this program does not launch drones to Mars. It doesn't cure cancer. It doesn't do brain surgery. It doesn't do calculus. All this stupid, idiotic, over-bloated idiot program does is simply install the thousands of dollars of plugins that you are entitled to. It is a child's toy, this software, this Waves Central. There's a developer somewhere that works at Waves that has convinced his company that it needs a new version every 3 months. No, or Waves Central 10, Waves Central 11.3.4, Waves Central 11.17.5, Waves Central 12. It's like, knock it off. Knock it off. All it needs to do is download the Waves plugins that we have paid for, put them on our system in a folder, and let our DAWs of choice select the folder and scoop the DLLs in. You have overcomplicated this. I wholeheartedly regret spending even $1 with Waves. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have bought even $1 of plugins from these guys, and I never will again the rest of my life. I'm done. I'll never buy another Waves plugin again in my life. But since I already have these, and you probably already have some too because you've come to this video and watched this far, at least we know there is a not-so-secret menu, but a menu I didn't know about, where there are lots of repair options to fix their dumb program because their program's so dumb and needs so much help that there's repair, complete Waves cleanup, fix permissions and ownership. So run all those, run one, reboot, run one, reboot, run one, reboot. Go into Reaper, clear and scan your VSTs, and reboot. That's all you can do to help this pitiful, poor, pathetic, idiotic, moronic Waves Central software. That's all you can do in the hopes to help yourself so that you can use the plugins that you paid for with your valuable money. Waves obviously has no respect for you, no respect for me, no respect for the industry, or else they would have fixed this. Okay? It's March 2025. It is present day, March 2025, 16th. This is the present as I speak these words. If you look in the past, in the forums, and on Reddit, and on Gearspace, and on Home Recording BBS, you will see people having this problem. Year after year after year after year. Waves does not fix it. Waves Centrals is stupid. They have no respect for you, they have no respect for me, and they have obviously no intention of fixing this crap. And what do we really want? We just wanted our plugins. What did we get? We got Waves Central, the dumbest software that had ever existed. The poorest, crappiest software that it can't even copy files right. That's all we're asking. Download my plugins and put them on my computer. That's all we're asking you to do, you idiots. And they can't even get that right because they have no respect for us whatsoever. And I will never spend another dollar on this crap. Anyway, hopefully this helps somebody. I got mine fixed, but I'm so disgusted, I don't even want to use them. You know what? I look at the Waves plugins now, I'm so disgusted, I don't even want to use them anymore. I've got my Universal Audio. This is not a shill for Universal Audio, but at least those are working every day. I've got Softtube. Those are working every day. I got some Homeboy stuff. I've got outboard hardware that Waves can't screw with. So I'm so disgusted, I can't even look at my Waves plugins. I'm done. Anyway, thanks for watching.